Hey everyone, it's Brittany. Welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. Today I wanted to show you all of my absolute favorite beauty products of 2017. Instead of just sitting and talking through everything, I decided to do a makeup tutorial style where I use all of my products so you can see everything in action and really get to know what I'm talking about. I also did a poll on Twitter and you guys wanted to see that style of video over a show and tell type one, so that's what we're doing today. And of course, all of the products in this video that I will be showing you guys are cruelty free. So if you are newly cruelty free, or you have been, or you're thinking about going cruelty free, hopefully you learned something from this video and find some really cool products to try out. So if you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below this video, and let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is prep my skin, and I'm going to start by prepping my under eye area because it's always really dry. The product that I have been reaching for ever since I got it is from Korres. This is the Greek Yogurt Under Eye Priming Moisturizer. It has made the biggest difference in the application of my concealer and just the state of the skin underneath my eyes, so I have been loving this. I'm definitely going to continue using this into 2018 too, but this is like a holy grail item of mine now. I really like the applicator too because it's either porcelain or ceramic, I don't remember which one it is, but it's very cool to the touch, so it really soothes the under eye area and kind of depuffs a little bit too, making you look a little bit more awake. And to prime the rest of my face, I'm using the Smashbox Photofinish Primerizer. I really have loved this ever since I got it. It's one of my most reach for primers. It's very hydrating, especially if you have dry skin. It really improves the way that your makeup applies onto your skin. A little bit goes a long way with this too, which is really great because it is quite a runny product, but when you actually like apply it on your skin, it feels so good and hydrating. So if you have dry skin, you're definitely going to love this. I also like to apply a lip balm before I start my makeup application, especially in the winter because my lips are so dry. They're usually dry anyways, but the one that I love the most, and I've actually been using this brand of lip balm for so long, this is the Skin Fix Natural Vanilla Mint Lip Repair Balm. I have a few different flavors or scents in this lip balm. There is an original one that is like scentless, I think, and I like all of them. There's no particular one that I like the best. It's just that this one was in my makeup drawer, so I decided to pick it out, and that's the one I'm gonna use. By this point, most of the priming products should be absorbed into my skin and ready for application of makeup, so I'm going to use concealer. I just like to apply concealer first. You don't have to do it the way that I do. It's just what I like to do. So I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is my favorite concealer for underneath your eyes. The ColourPop one is very comparable, and I do actually have one that I will be using. This is just in a slightly darker shade, so I will be using it to conceal redness, but I love the Tarte Shape Tape. It is in the shade Fair Beige for underneath my eyes. It's so brightening. I don't need to powder it like at all. If I do, I will show you what I use, but I just apply this underneath my eyes. A little bit goes a long way with this also, and then I will blend it all out with a beauty blender. To conceal the redness on my face, like around my nose, on my chin, any blemishes, I like to use obviously a concealer that is very close to my skin tone. So I'm using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, like I said, and I have it in the shade Light Neutral, and it has a very similar texture and consistency to the Tarte Shape Tape, so it's a great dupe or just cheaper alternative if you don't want to spend that much money on the Tarte one. That's perfectly fine. And after I apply it, I will of course blend that out with a beauty blender too. I decided to choose the Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation. Obviously, I have so many foundations that I really love, but this is the one that just, if I had to pick one, it was going to be this. So I'm mixing two shades. I have Porcelain and Snow to get the perfect shade for me. And if you do need to get two, then you can at least use it throughout the entire year and not have to switch back and forth between a bunch of different foundations. It gives a really gorgeous soft matte finish to your skin. It never feels drying. I feel like anybody with any different type of skin type will actually like using this too. So I really like this one. I've never had an issue with it, and I think you guys would really like it too. I mentioned I don't really need to powder or set the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, but every once in a while I like to do it anyways, especially if I'm going out for a long night or to an event or something. And the powder that I have loved using for setting concealer, no matter what concealer it is the Too Faced Peach Blur Powder. This is a finishing setting powder. It kind of gives a really pretty luminous glow to your skin without being overwhelming. It doesn't actually look really peach colored when you do put it on your skin, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. It does smell really good too. The smell has never bothered me. I actually really like it, but it's just so beautiful underneath the eyes. So if you like to set your concealer with a powder that doesn't look powdery or cakey, then definitely check this one out. Oh my god, it just looks so good. One of them that is quite new that became one of my favorite setting powders or just makeup products in general is this powder from Cover Effects. This is the perfect setting powder. It's talc free, which is the main reason why I wanted to try it. I had heard that talc free powders actually look more natural on your skin and doesn't give you that powdery look, and that's one of my most hated pet peeves about makeup products, so I definitely wanted to try it out. I was so happy that I did because it looks so beautiful on the skin. I always like to do my eyebrows after I set my foundation for some reason. I just like to have them done before I do my eye makeup. So the pencil that I have been using for filling in my brows for a very long time is from NYX. This is the Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. I would go back and forth between using Ash Brown and Taupe. I just found myself using this one a little bit more recently, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. So I will set my brows in place with my Essence Lash and Brow Gel. This one is really dirty. I need to open up a new one, but I feel like I've been using this since I started my YouTube channel. It's been one of my favorite makeup products basically of all time. It just does a really great job of softly setting your brows in place. I always run this through my brows even when I'm not wearing makeup because I feel like when my eyebrows look good, I look a little bit more put together. So it's just one of my favorite things. I've been using it for a very long time. I'm going to move right on into eye makeup, and I actually have two eyeshadow palettes that I wanted to show you because these are genuinely the two most reached for eyeshadow palettes of 2017 since going cruelty free. And the first one is the Tartelette palette from Tarte. It's the first one, just the original one with a bunch of neutral matte shades. And the other eyeshadow palette is from Too Faced. It's the Sweet Peach palette. I use this almost every day that I wore makeup in the summer. It's so pretty, it smells really good, and it's got all my favorite kind of peach toned eyeshadows. But I wanted to show you guys both of them because on their own, they might be kind of hard to do every type of look that you could possibly think of. So I really wanted to show you guys the Tartelette palette from Tarte because it has every kind of neutral eyeshadow that is matte that you might need to use in a look. And in the Sweet Peach palette, there are a ton of really pretty shimmery shades that I feel like you could get away with using on an everyday basis, and then also when you want to do a little bit of a dressier, fancier makeup look. So I will just start off with the Tartelette palette, and I think I will take the shade Force of Nature, and I'm going to put this straight through my crease and a little bit on the outer corner. The other thing I love about this eyeshadow palette is that it has a matte black eyeshadow. You need at least one palette that has a matte black eyeshadow because you never know when you're gonna need it, and you're gonna be very happy that you have it. I'm going to deepen up the crease and outer corner using the shade Dreamer. It's a matte, darker brown eyeshadow, also on the neutral side, not too warm and not too cool tone, which is just what I like. I'm going to keep this eye look pretty simple as usual. I like to do very natural makeup looks, and I also just want to kind of talk about the products a little bit more. So one of my favorite things to do and one of my go-to looks is using the Sweet Peach palette and taking one of the shimmery shades in the palette and just putting it all over my lid after I've deepened up the crease and gave a little bit of dimension. So one of the shades, actually two of the shades that I really like to use from the Sweet Peach palette on my lid for a really easy daytime look is Luscious or Bellini. I think I will take Luscious today. They are so creamy. I love these eyeshadows, especially the shimmery ones in this palette. So I'll just take a flat shader brush and I will use the shade Luscious and apply that all over my lid. I'm not going into the very outer corner because I want that to stay darker. So basically the inner half and the inner corners of my eyes is where this shade will go. After I have the shimmery shade on my lid, I like to go in with either a black or a dark brown eyeshadow, and this is going to be my eyeliner. I have mentioned before, I really am not a fan of the way cat eyeliner looks on me, especially when it's the sharp, defined cat eyeliner. Not a fan, but I do love a good smoky cat eyeliner. I'm all about that life. But on a everyday basis, I like to keep it fairly simple, so I like to smoke out my lash line a little bit with either a black or a dark brown eyeshadow. I think for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and use black just to make it look a little bit more dramatic. I like to take it on either an angled eyeshadow brush or a very small kind of pencil brush to really smoke it into my lash line. I'm not looking for extreme definition. I just want the base of my lash line to look a little bit darker and a little bit smokier. I will also take a little bit of the shade Force of Nature, which was the first shade that I put in my crease, and I'm going to apply it a little bit to my bottom lash line just to give a little bit of definition and smokiness to it. This next product is actually something I don't even think I've used in a tutorial at all, and it's something that I think deserves to be mentioned, and I wish I had used it more in 2017, but this is the Liquid Moon Dust eyeshadow from Urban Decay. I have this one in the shade Chemtrail, which is so beautiful. It's very neutral, kind of champagne-y gold cream color. I just wish that I used it way more. So what I'm gonna do today is use it as my inner corner highlight. So I'm going to apply a little bit on the back of my hand like this and take a little eyeshadow brush and just apply it right into the inner corners, and it's gonna be so pretty. This is also a really great eyeshadow to use on its own as well because it lasts so long, and if you want to, you can also use it like on the middle of your eyelid as a little bit of a highlight, and I just think it looks so gorgeous. Finally, to end the eye section, I will be using mascara, and I'm actually using two. The reason is I like these both together so much. For the purpose of this video, and because I have a little bit of eyelash extensions left, I will be using the Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara from Jordana on my top lashes, and I will be using the Urban Decay Troublemaker Mascara on my bottom lashes. This separates so well and really lengthens. I love this, especially for my bottom lashes. This one is not so good on my bottom lashes, so I like to use this on the top, and then I will only use this one on the bottom. But if I didn't have eyelash extensions, I would use this on both and then use this one on top of this one on the top only. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, it's a big no-no to use mascara that is not like approved for lash extensions on lash extensions, but I am not planning on keeping these, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this onto my top lashes. And then I will go in with the Urban Decay Troublemaker Mascara onto my bottom lashes. So moving on to the rest of the face, I will be bronzing up my skin because I definitely need it right now. I have not seen the sun for a very long time. So I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I've had this for a while, and I started using it a little bit more recently because I've been so pale. That's why I've been reaching for this a little bit more. It blends out so well, and it has a slight kind of sheen to it. Nothing shimmery, it just looks really healthy and pretty, so I've just been really loving this, especially for the winter time. Next up is blush, and I really enjoy different colors of blush. I love blush. I don't usually go overboard with it, but I still love it, and if I had to just choose one, I decided that would be the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Matte Blush in the shade Between the Sheets. I reached for this so much. I think it is my most used ColourPop blush, at least, if not my most used blush in my entire makeup collection. So of course I decided to pick this one, and I like to apply it sort of to the apples of my cheeks and then further back towards my ear. Any type of duo fiber brush that has a little bit like more sparse bristles will do really good for applying these ColourPop blushes. So we're almost done with the makeup. I wanted to show you guys a highlighter that I love. I have so many highlighters that I really love, but this one is just so different than all of the other ones. The texture of it is pretty similar to the ColourPop blushes and highlighters, but I really wanted to show you guys this one. This is from Stila. It's the Heaven's Hue highlighter in the shade Kitten. This has a really bouncy kind of mousse-like texture, but the finish of this is why I decided to choose this one. It's just on fleek. It's poppin'. I don't even know how else to describe it. It's just really great. I like to apply this sometimes with my finger, but I also do like to apply it with a kind of blending brush. For eyeshadow, I just swirl it around in here and then start to apply it to my cheekbones. Another thing I really like to do with highlighter is kind of circle it around the apples of my cheeks. It makes them look a little bit fuller and gives a bit more dimension to my face, so it's just something that I like to do, but by all means, you do you. Do whatever makes you feel good. I feel like the longer I film, the weirder I get. That doesn't even look real. That's how good this highlighter is. Alright, so before I move on to the lip product, I like to set my makeup, and I will be using my all-time favorite makeup setting spray from Urban Decay. This is the Chill Makeup Setting Spray. I love the all-nighter one as well, but I always just want to reach for the chill one instead. I think it is supposed to be a little bit more hydrating, which is why I like it, but it still works so well at setting your makeup. So I'm just going to spray my face with this, and I like to dab it a little bit with a beauty blender, and this just kind of sets everything down a little bit more. If you have a little bit of a powdery finish, it really gets rid of that, and then if you have any like little baby hairs on your face, it sets those down as well so that your skin and your makeup just looks super smooth. And finally, to finish off the makeup look, I will be using a lip product that is obviously my most reach for, because why else would it be in this video? Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Cool Girl. I find myself reaching for this all the time, and every time I went on vacation this year, I brought this with me because it just looks so good with my skin tone and with so many different makeup looks. It's neutral enough that you can wear it with peachy or warm tone shades, and then also you can wear it with like cool tone shades too. So it's just a really great versatile lip product, and it lasts forever. Alright y'all, so that is the finished makeup tutorial. I also wanted to show you guys a few different products that I have been loving for my hair, because that is also beauty related. And the first one I wanted to show you guys is the Amika Perk Up Dry Shampoo. I recently got this. This is very, very recent, but it has become already one of my favorite dry shampoos I have ever used. It smells really good. It's cruelty free, of course, so it's just an extra plus to try out this product. It does a really great job of making your hair feel smooth again and clean and fresh, like you just washed it. I really needed to wash my hair, so this was definitely needed today, and I love it. It smells so good. It doesn't leave any of that white residue. Just a few of the reasons why I love this one. The other thing I wanted to show you was another very new product to me. This is from the brand IGK. It's a newer hair care brand that is cruelty free, and this is the texture spray. So I have a few different texture sprays that I really, really like, but this one is probably my favorite that I wanted to add in this video because it's right there in between super soft and super textured. And it helps with creating different updos or braids or something, gives it a little bit of extra grit and hold, but it still feels soft enough that it's workable and it doesn't feel dirty. So I like to add this into my hair after I have like soft curls and just kind of scrunch it up a little bit and give myself a little bit of extra texture so that it's not super flat. The next thing I wanted to show you guys is my favorite hairspray. It's from Aveda. This one is called Air Control. It's a light hold hairspray. I got this when I worked with Aveda, and it became my favorite hairspray immediately. I haven't found another one that I like better. So I've loved using this one. It's such a good hairspray. Of course, it's also cruelty free. So if you're looking for a cruelty free hairspray, check this one out. You will love it. One last thing before I go, I wanted to tell you guys about the toothpaste that I use, because I feel like it's also beauty related, and I'm not being paid, obviously, to say this. I did buy these with my own money. This company had previously sent me some of their toothpaste to try out because I was looking for a cruelty-free toothpaste that was actually really good, and it was kind of hard to find. I tried the Tom's of Maine toothpaste, and it was alright. There's nothing wrong with it, but this one is just so much better. So these toothpastes are from a brand called Hello. If you are cruelty-free or newly cruelty-free and looking for a toothpaste to try, definitely try these. I just bought them yesterday from Target. They are priced really well, and they work really well, and they taste good. So I really like the sensitivity relief one. It comes in this like coppery package, and I also like the pure mint extra whitening one that comes in the silver package. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I felt like this video was a good one to tell you guys about it because I really love it, and it's a cute little company that I think you guys would love, and it would be super awesome to support them too. So yeah, that is the finished video, the finished makeup look and hair look. I didn't really do a look, I just showed you guys me using some products. But you get the point. I hope you guys did enjoy this video and learned about some cruelty-free products that are amazing that you can definitely try out. And if you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe if you haven't done that yet. I would love to have you guys around. around. I will be doing tons more cruelty-free related beauty videos in 2018, and feel free to leave a comment and let me know what types of videos you want to see in 2018, because obviously I want to make videos that you guys actually want to see. Anyways, I hope you are all having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!